unbelievable game. He did is a proper winger that can have the ball, have the ability to dribble 1 and 2. It was really high standard performance from Jeremy.
The first game he played for Manchester City, we were a little bit shy.
Yeah, I was a little bit shy. I don't know why. So I had to adapt a little bit. For me, I think it's normal. And today, from the first touch till the last, I didn't have fear and I played my game.
When you come up against a Man City team, you're going to be up against it, and sometimes you have to hold your hands up and say, good play. And to be fair, all of their goals were of real quality, and just a shame we couldn't hold on to the lead.
Ultimately, we're playing against a top team. Our goalkeeper made some brilliant saves herself, I have to say. But bad timing for their first goal right after half-time. But I was more disappointed with the second goal. I think the second goal was really poor. And in the main, we've defended really well for long parts of the game today.
Was it good for you to be back after your operation in Spain?
I prefer to be here than do a surgery, that's for sure.
I'm sure that's very true. And Haaland got his goal in the end, didn't he? They were pushed by West Ham, they were tested by West Ham, but even when they went behind against West Ham, you sort of just know that they're going to find a way.
Well,
they're good.
They just never panic. They know how good they are. And West Ham were resilient. But we know if you're not at it for the full game against this Man City team, then you're going to get punished. And 40 seconds after half-time, this happens. Doku, who was mentioned in the interviews there, had a really bright game when it was live, and then all of a sudden, but to West Ham's credit, I thought they defended well at times, and they made it tough. Got men behind the ball, and defended well, which you're going to have to do. You're going to have to get a little bit of luck. Your goalkeeper's going to have to play well, which he did, but sometimes that is just not enough. In this occasion here, OK, they forced them back. But you know Man City are going to come again. Again, they're trying to make it as difficult as possible, getting back in numbers. You can see Souček there, who's trying to help out the defence. He does that. Him and Zuma did that. OK, not the clearance you want, but then there's another player there, and then they clear it. But David Moyes said it, in the way that you defend, you have to be at it every single time. And that is very difficult in any game, let alone a game you're playing against some top class players. And this is the one that he was on about here, about the defending. Just enough is not enough against this team. Again, poor clearance, didn't time his header at all. And then all of a sudden, you're under the cosh. You've got numbers hitting on you, and then that man gets his goal eventually. He did miss one or two or a few chances, but what a team they are. They are going to be so difficult to stop this season. Yeah,
you can't really judge teams, but can you, against Manchester City, really? But West Ham look sound.
Good start to the season, lots of positives, all the new signings settling in. You've got Kudus to come into the team, that'll give them a bit more flair going forward. And even today, they had moments in the game. I think West Ham fans will be more than happy with what they've seen so far.
And European football in midweek as well?
Absolutely.
OK. 2 games in Match of the Day 2.
You can learn from playing against Manchester City, you know, how good and the levels you need to get to. We're always trying to give them a difficult game, make it tough for them, finding a ways of winning. If it was only 45 minutes long, the game then would have been OK at half-time, but they keep you under pressure, and they've done that today.
Never led me to surprise what they're about to do. So even losing the first half-time 1-0, the team were playing really well, had many chances. I know it's a difficult team because the channels, attack the channels, the way, I would say the way the set pieces are maybe one of the best teams in the world for the taker work for us, and after how good they are. David Moyes, always his career had been, his team's always really good in the set pieces. But coming here in West Ham is always difficult, and we react really well, and we adjust something at a time, and the players never give up, and we did it.
Good to see Pep Guardiola back in the dugout after his back operation, and smiling, of course, and good reason to. I mean, there's always an element of uncertainty when teams come back from the international break. It doesn't matter really for Manchester City, does it?
No, I thought this was a fantastic game of football. I thought both teams contributed brilliantly. I felt West Ham's game plan was correct. I felt they couldn't have done any more, certainly in the first half, winning 1-0 at half-time. But you just can't keep Manchester City down. They had 29 efforts in the game, 15 on target. They've got Haaland in the team to try and get on the end of them. It took him till, I think, his 9th effort before he scored. But they'll eventually wear you down. And, you know, West Ham can hold their heads high after that performance, but a well-deserved win for Man City.
Yeah, no, without a shadow. I think, you looked at the game, and when West Ham went 1-0 up, you was thinking, could this be the upset of the day? But, Man City are relentless. They're relentless. And, Doku on the left-hand side, first game, and just showed everything that he's capable of. 43 seconds into the second half, scores the goal, and then it was all... And I must admit, West Ham had a great effort when it was 2-1 and pushed away by the goalkeeper. So... They put up a good fight today.
Yeah.
I don't think the West Ham supporters will go home thinking my team ain't had a go today. They had a real go.
Doku was a handful, wasn't
he? He's something different, isn't he? He's a guy who's very direct. He runs with the ball. He puts defenders on the back foot. They have to run backwards. Brilliant from him. I'm just imagining, having played for David Moyes for so long, you'll have said at half-time, you've been brilliant in that first half. Go and start that
17
second half.
shots.
Go and start that second half well.
Yeah.
Go and be as positive as you were in that first half. And 43 seconds, he might not have even come out the dugout, the tunnel at that point. His team are level.
Yeah, 43 seconds in that second half it took City to get level with Doku. I mean, that's the ideal way to, I suppose, set the tone for the second 45, right?
Yeah, and you know what? You come out, as you say, keep it tight. We're 1-0 up, just keep it tight for a little while, and then they score within 43 seconds. And can you imagine the manager going, oh no, here we go.
We saw Bernardo Silva get the second for City, but then Haaland, as you mentioned, had so many chances. I mean, he got a hat-trick not that long ago. He could have easily had another one today.
And not just chances, good chances. The opportunities that missed, you're not used to see Haaland missing these chances, but you always felt he was going to get another one, and eventually he was going to put one away. And as you said, he had nine efforts, and on the ninth one he scored.
Yeah, it was a good goal. And this is Man City on the counter. This is a great run by Matheus Nunes. Just come on. I think that was his debut, having moved from Wolves, and just created that little bit of space for Haaland. Took a defender away, give him opportunity. And although he'd missed a couple before that, which was so surprising, he was clinical in that moment, and that was the game done.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, for West Ham, there's no shame in losing to Manchester City, but we've already seen, albeit after the first 4 or 5 games, they've got a game plan, they're sticking to it, and it's been really effective so far, causing teams all sorts of problems.
Yeah, it hasn't. Like I said, they go home today, and I don't think you go home from this game thinking, we got beat by Man City today. They had a real go, and they had some good efforts themselves. I know they didn't have as many shots as Man City, but they put them under pressure, stuck to their game plans, and caused Man City a real problem in the first half.
OK, time for a quick break then on Matchday Live Extra. When we come back, we'll be heading over.
الشباب يحقق فوزه الأول في الدوري على حساب الفيحاء. قاد رومان سايس فريقه الجديد الشباب لتحقيق أول انتصار في دوري روشن السعودي هذا الموسم بتغلب 1-0 على الفيحاء، وفي ظهوره الأول مع الفريق الذي انضم إلى صفوفه مطلع الشهر الجاري. سجل سايس هدف المباراة الوحيد بضربة رأس من مسافة قريبة في بداية الشوط الثاني. واستغل سايس عرضية البلجيكي يانيك كاراسكو الذي خاض هو الآخر مباراته الأولى مع الفريق الذي انضم إلى صفوفه قادما من أتلتيكو مدريد. ولعب الشباب منقوص العدد بعد طرد نادر عبد الله الشراري في الدقيقة 72، لكنه حافظ على تقدمه حتى النهاية، وبهذا يرتفع رصيد الشباب إلى 5 نقاط من 6 مباريات في المركز الثالث عشر بفارق 10 نقاط خلف الاتحاد المتصدر، بينما تجمد رصيد الفيحاء عند 6 نقاط. كما قاد رومان سايز فريقه الجديد الشباب أول انتصار في دوري روشن السعودي هذا الموسم بتغلب 1-0 على الفيحاء، وفي ظهور الأول مع الفريق الذي انضم إلى صفوفه مطلع الشهر الجاري. سجل السايس هدف المباراة الوحيد بضربة رأس من مسافة قريبة في بداية الشوط الثاني.